Care how many times I've been doing it, I still get value out of it.
Yeah, it's just one of these I don't think we were trained. Most of us were not trained to have self-worth. We're live officially, by the way.
I
Uh,
Oh,
still
wow.
care
Well,
how many times
g'day,
I've been doing
everybody.
it.
And today we're going to talk about recoding self-worth for quantum success. And we were just discussing self-worth. And as Amy was explaining, society doesn't quite structure itself or encourage you to look at self-worth. With the school system, with the work structure of employees. It's more about focus on the group consensus of fitting in first, don't rock the boat, and then look at what value you can bring to the organization. So we kind of overlook self-worth, and generation upon generation upon generation has passed down a structure of belief. And today we're going to challenge that a little for your benefit. And so last week we began unlocking one of the greatest truths behind success and abundance, and that your external world is actually a reflection of your internal state. And today we're going to take a deeper and more dimensional look at that into the quantum field where thought, energy, and identity converge. You see, every thought you think, every little thought, like right now you're thinking something about me, and thank you. But right now, that thought, you're sending a biochemical signal through your body. Every thought is electrical, super fast, and chemical. Hey, this is what we're thinking about right now. So it's changing your physical structure, every little thought you have. And that thought, you have it once, all right. Yet, if repeated enough, it becomes a belief. And that belief becomes your identity. And your identity dictates what you allow yourself to receive or reject. We've talked about the RAS, the reticular activating system, or in the reticular formation in the brain. You've got the brain stem and the reptilian brain. You've got the midbrain, and right here at the top of your brain stem into the midbrain is the RAS, and then you've got neocortex on top of that. Well, in that area, it's like the big bouncer, your RA, oh, big bouncer. See, I gave blood today. That's why that's there. Um, I'm O negative, so my blood's good for everyone. So in the RAS, in our midbrain, we have a belief, and the evidence we see in our environment, if it doesn't match our belief, it doesn't come into consciousness. It doesn't come into awareness. Um, so every thought every thought you have sends a biochemical signal through your body. And that thought, if repeated, does this sound like I'm repeating myself? It's worth listening to again and truly understanding that a thought repeated enough becomes a belief, and the belief becomes your identity, and your identity then dictates what you accept yourself to receive or force yourself to reject, regardless of what you're thinking about. It comes from an emotional state in the midbrain 7 times faster before you've even had a thought about it. I want this in my life. Too late, you've already rejected it as not real or not possible emotionally. So, if you carry beliefs of unworthiness, scarcity, or shame, you'll unconsciously filter out abundance, opportunity, and connection. Not because you don't want them, but because you don't believe they're available for you. You don't believe you're the kind of person who gets them. Now, quantum physics shows us that reality isn't fixed. Particles don't exist in a specific state until observed. You are the observer, which means your thoughts infused with emotion, your emotion, are collapsing infinite possibilities into your chosen experience, into your into the experience that you're choosing based on the structure of your beliefs up until that particular moment of interaction, of observation. Um, Albert Einstein famously once said, the field, that area that all things are created from, that field is not only responsible for the particle, it is the sole governing agency of that particle. It, it's doing two processes simultaneously. So more easily to consider, Bruce Lipton would call this your biology of belief, that your cells, your very DNA are reading your environment, not just through chemistry, but through consciousness. Your identity becomes the signal that your body obeys and your environment reacts to, reflects, and recreates. And Deepak Chopra reminds us the universe has no choice but to reflect back to you the frequency you emit. And that frequency is your belief. Your belief is a frequency. Every thought is a vibration, a frequency, and it's being sent out into the universe. So if you believe you're not enough, the world will keep handing you evidence to support that story, because that's the signal you're fine-tuned your mind and body to. So here's something to consider. When you align your mind, which is your focus, your body, which is your emotions, and your spirit, your intention, toward a new self-concept, a version of who is worthy, powerful, abundant, you get to create that. The universe, by the law of the universe, must respond. This is what true transformation requires. Not just information, embodiment to feel it. Not just positive thinking, but energetic alignment. So today, right now, ask yourself, what energy am I rehearsing? What identity am I emotionally addicted to? And how do I now choose to create who I choose to become? So, who do you choose to become right now? You can let go of the whole past. So much of life is about you did this. And in the quantum world, yes. And simultaneously, you can go, I choose for none of that to exist as my reality is moving forward and choose to be someone else right now. Because in the quantum world, you don't wait for the evidence to believe you. The evidence shows up when you believe it. So you don't wait for the evidence to show up to believe. You believe, and then the evidence shows up. Wayne Dwyer does a whole bunch on this for those of you who want to go check him out. Look him up on YouTube. Fabulous guy. Um, Unfortunately passed, and he was doing some really great stuff. I loved a bunch of his teachings. Anyway, so here's a couple of statements from Wayne Dwyer. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. So change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. Here's another thing. When you change the way you see things, the things you see change. Literally. There's an amazing study done between two groups. One was in the UK and one was in Sydney, Australia, simultaneously at the same time on other sides of the planet. And there was a big picture shown to the group in either the UK or Australia. And they said, how many faces do you see in this picture? And they said the average in the audience was anywhere between 5 to 8 was the average. So some people got 11, some people got 12. Then what happened was at that moment in the UK, they were also looking at this picture. The person in Australia is like, okay, there's actually 37, points out all the 37 faces. And then they asked the group in the UK, how many faces do you see? And people saw somewhere between, 29 to 35. That instantaneously, once the new information came into the environment of consciousness, it then changed the way people saw the world on the other side of the planet. It's a really interesting study if you guys want to jump in and have a look at it. But basically, what we're saying is, and what Dr. Wayne Dwyer was saying is, when you change the way you see things, the things you see change. Our intention creates our reality, and how people treat you is their karma. How you react is yours. How people treat you is their karma, and how you react is yours. And what I love about Wayne Dwyer, he's got this great little recording on YouTube. I'll send it to you, Ali, when I find it, so you can have a listen to it. Um, it's it's basically you'll see it when you believe it. So it's not that you'll believe it when you see it. Oh yeah, I'll believe that when I see it. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. It's actually you will see it when you believe it. I don't believe in that. I don't. Oh, I do believe in that. There's the evidence. So our choice affects who we are. Our belief in ourselves affects who we are and what we experience. And our belief in ourselves is reinforced constantly unless we take conscious choice to change that. And every single one of us is a miracle. We're all 100% unique and the same. Human behavior is human behavior. And we're all unique. So just consider this. The odds of you being born are nothing short of astronomical. At birth, a woman carries around 1 to 2 million eggs, yet only about 400 will ever be ovulated across her lifetime. So from a couple of million down to 400 potentials. And in a single, close your ears, kids, ejaculation, there are around 200 to 300 million sperm. So of those 200 to 300 million sperm, one of those little fellas is going to meet one of those 400 potential eggs. Because they're all racing towards just this one little egg. And the odds of that exact sperm meeting that egg are roughly 1 in 300 million. That's way, way, way outside the scope of winning the lotto. 1 in 300 million for you to exist. And that's just the beginning. Now, factor in countless generations before you. Those odds were in play to create your mother and your father, their mother, their father, their mother, their father, their mother, their father. It goes back and back and back. The odds of you being here right now are exceptional. Just think of everything that the generations have gone through, every war, migration, decision, all of that for survival, all aligning perfectly for your specific DNA to exist here and now. The odds of you being born as the person you are, mathematicians have estimated it to be around 1 in 400 trillion. Now, I would write that on a piece of paper, but even I don't know how to write that many numbers. 400 trillion is a big number. I can do the one, but when we get to the 400 trillion, we're way out there. So you are not just a coincidence or a circumstance. You are a cosmic impossibility made real. You are a miracle, statistically, cosmically, and biologically. Gee, even the word's hard to say, let alone the maths to contemplate. You see, over 37 trillion cells came together with perfect timing to form your body, each one carrying ancient intelligence, all orchestrated without your conscious input. You are made of stardust, walking on a planet spinning at 1,000 miles per hour. It's not just you exist, but you exist on this one little micro dot of dust in space and all the millions and trillions of planets and stars and everything out there. And this one little planet isn't just a rock sitting there. It's actually spinning 1,000 miles per hour, orbiting a sun at 67 miles per hour in a galaxy among billions inside a universe still expanding. And somehow you are here, conscious, breathing, and able to feel, imagine, and create. You are not an accident. You are a once in forever event, not just once in a lifetime. You're a once in forever expression of awareness, understanding, emotions, and feelings. And you, therefore, deserve everything you desire because you're a once in forever event in this particular time and space right here, right now. And that is something to bless yourself for. So, how does that sound?
So that was great stuff.
It, when you stop to think about it, and I think we probably should stop and think about it right now, just for a quick moment. We are so caught up in the expectations of society, we stop to realize how magical and wonderful we actually are. And when you remind yourself you are that, you have more confidence to go out into the world and be and do whatever you want. So when you think of potentially times when a parent has said, "Ah, look at the mess you made." It's like, I'm a miracle to even be here. This isn't a mess. This is a creative piece of art that you, unfortunately, from your conditioning, don't recognize the genius at play. That's another way to perceive it. It's another way to look at it. Mm. So, what magical, wonderful, miracle things do you now stop to consider about who you are and where you are? I invite you to speak, and I'll stop talking for a second.
I would say just how much I don't actually even want to be like other people or anyone else. Like there's that divide of not fitting in or not being like everyone else. And yet it seems ludicrous at this point, after everything you just said, to even try to be like anyone else when the odds are so not in my favor that I possibly even could be like anyone else. And why would I want to be?
Mhm. There are similarities between all people, and even identical twins have structure that makes them unique.
Excuse me.
From an outside perspective, oh, yeah, you're the same. Similar. There are similarities, yet each one of us is unique. And so then we uniquely have the opportunity to create our own experience uh, of this thing we call life and do with it as we choose. Here's a little mantra. Maybe I'll type it into the text chat that you can copy and paste from. At any point that you feel less than, oh, I got to try and bring, where's my text chat? I cannot, oh, my apologies. There it is, found it now. For whatever reason, my text chat wasn't popping up. Okay, so here's a little thing to say. I love myself. I trust myself. I honor myself. I value myself. And then we can add after that something personal for yourself, like I am, and then describe yourself in any way you want. I like to say magical. wonderful miracle. I am one. Where's my one button? One in 400. I'm adding this now because I just found out these numbers. I am one in 400 trillion. And I was going to say Dove, but and I am happy for all I create. There we go. I love myself. I trust myself. I honor myself. I value myself. So on each way, I love myself. We can do that right now, actually. So just find yourself nice and peaceful, nice and calm. Have your body uncrossed. Keep your feet flat on the ground. And we're going to take a deep breath in through the nose. And then we're going to exhale with the thought, I love myself. Then we're going to go to the next line. I trust myself. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, I honor myself. Inhale, exhale, I bow. Then big inhale, we're going to hold it. And as we hold that last one, we're going to fill up our body with gold radiant light. And as we exhale, then we're just going to say that line or your own personalized statement of who you choose to be. So here we go. Slowly inhale, nice deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, I love myself. Now another deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. I trust myself. And really let that sink in and feel it in your body. Now another inhale in. Feel the body up. Exhale. I honor myself. Now another inhale in. Feel it in the body. I value myself with the exhale. Now, inhale nice and slow, a deep inhale in. And as you're breathing in, you're breathing golden light like glitter from the universe. Every cell in your body is tingling and vibrating with excitement. Now, as you exhale out, we affirm, I am a magical, wonderful miracle. I am one in 400 trillion, and I'm happy for all I create. Very good. Very good. So I do have a quick little, which we probably should do now, a quick little visualization to follow that. So just close your eyes, just sit nice and comfortably, and place your dominant hand on your heart and the other one on your belly, just above your belly button. So dominant hand on your heart chakra and uh, your other hand just above your belly button there on the navel chakra. Now take a deep breath in through your nose. Feel your body expand and slowly exhale through your mouth. Again, take a deep breath in through your nose and slowly exhale out through your mouth. With this next exhale, deep inhale in through your nose. And as you slowly exhale, if not already, allow your eyes to close. Go back to normal breathing and bring your awareness to yourself here and now. Bring your awareness and imagine the version of you who already feels worthy in every way. All those miracle elements came to place for you to be here and now. You are one in 400 trillion. So bring your awareness to just the complete and utter miracle that you are. The version of you who doesn't hustle for approval because you are a miracle. You're the version of you who simply knows they belong, the version of you who welcomes abundance because it's aligned with who you are. See yourself now. See yourself standing a little taller, speaking a little clearer, feeling peace and love in your chest and every cell of your body. with the ease of your breath and the power in the posture. You are the miracle, and you deserve everything you desire. Breathe in as that person, that version of yourself. Every breath you take is that being right now. And silently affirm to yourself, I am enough. I am safe to receive. I am the cause of my reality. Breathe in and out. With the inhale, you're breathing in unlimited abundance from the universe. And as you exhale, you're releasing all and every limitation. With the inhale, you're breathing in unlimited abundance from the universe. And as you exhale, you release all and every limitation or restriction. As you continue to silently breathe in and out, affirm to yourself once again, I am enough. I am safe to receive. I am the cause of my reality. Say in your mind or out loud after me, affirm to yourself, I align with abundance. I embody self-worth. I radiate wholeness. Continue to breathe in through your nose, filling yourself with abundant energy from the universe. Release out through the mouth, releasing all limitations and restrictions. With this next exhale in, you fill yourself up with abundant, unlimited energy. And as you exhale, just release all and every limitation. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes as you open your eyes. Carry this feeling with you all day and forever. And let now be and forever be guided by that version of you, the one who already has the life that you're building into. You already have it. You're just following the steps where time catches up with you. You've already created it. You are abundant in every aspect of who you choose to be. Very good. Mhm. So I invite you guys to share and we might drop off from the live feed now and go into the personal actions for those people that are here on the Zoom. I can go into some of the personal moments. If you're still there, Amy.
I am still here.
Okay. Maybe she fell asleep.
Nope, I'm paying attention. I am
uh,
I am sleepy, but do you want us to drop off now?
yeah. So for
Right.
the before we do the personal stuff, so if people want personal elements to join us here on the Zoom, and
And the
we
way,
can,
how do they do that?
it's a good question.
They go to toxicminefield.com.
Okay, there's the